What is up, everybody? Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Robert Greenblatt with another real estate story. So this one, I'm going to call it Nancy Has a Cesspool. Not a septic, Nancy has a cesspool. So why does that matter? So I printed off some stuff. I just wanted to share with you real quick. So typically in this area, there's really two different ways. All that nasty water that comes out of your faucet when it goes down the drain, taking a shower, doing laundry, doing the dishes, running the dishwasher, and using the toilet, that has to go somewhere. So if you have public sewer, what does that mean? So all the pipes are interconnected, and then they all go into one big pipe, typically a 4-inch pipe that exits your house, goes out to the street, and then gets taken away, right? Nice and easy, and it's gone. And a lot of homes, they have septic systems. A septic system is a little bit different. It does not get taken away in the street. It is handled in your yard or property in general. And then before they had septic systems, they had something called cesspools. So as not to give you any wrong information here, I want to share with you the difference between septic and a cesspool and why does that matter. A septic tank allows wastewater to flow into a leach field. And usually where the leach field is, by the way, guys, the grass is kind of green, extra green there because all that extra fertilizer, if you know what I mean. So it goes into a leach field where it goes through a filtration process. In contrast, though, a cesspool is just a pit lined with cement or stone, which lacks the ability to filter waste. A much older type of technology, guys. And then eventually it can contaminate the surrounding soil. So in this area, it's not that common to find cesspools anymore. However, Nancy has a cesspool. So several months ago, I got a call from a client who lived far away. She owned a property here in a very built up suburban neighborhood. And somehow, some way over the years, it just was never converted. It actually had a cesspool. So the rules and regulations for the town and the county state that you can't sell a house with a cesspool. The Department of Health says it has to go. Now, over the years, while her family had owned the property, they had made arrangements with the public sewer, which was right in the street, kind of made arrangements with the sewer municipal authority to eventually tap that sewer. There are fees involved. They had paid all those fees. And eventually they were planning to get rid of the cesspool, but that's pretty nasty, right? Basically all that water from everything we talked about, right? The sink, the dishwasher, the washing machine, and the toilets basically go into a brick-lined pit. So that is kind of nasty. So I understand why the Board of Health doesn't want that. So it can also create some challenges for a mortgage as well. So with an as-is sale, and this was an as-is sale, they give the buyer a period of time to connect to public sewer or have a remedy. In some cases, maybe it would have made sense to put in a septic system, which would be perfectly fine as well. In this case, the way this property was sitting, the fact that the seller had already paid some of the fees associated with tapping the public sewer, it just, you know, I'm going to kind of figure that at this point, since we sold the house, that buyer is going to continue that and continue that concept and have that cesspool formally closed and connect to the public sewer. So it's another one of these kind of strange scenarios. We do this a lot, guys, that I never actually meet the client. I get calls from all over the country, sometimes other countries. I think today we just got a call from England to help somebody with a property here in New Jersey. So crazy stuff. Anyway, I never met the seller. We had a great working relationship over the phone. The house was in disrepair. It smelled kind of stinky because it was really hot out when we started kind of messing with this house. She had reached out to someone before me, had some conversations, and I guess that agent just figured this is going to be a tough scenario and didn't know how to figure it out. And they actually had put a lockbox on the house. Nancy had reached out to this agent several times to take the lockbox off or to get the code so I could take it off, and they just didn't respond. So, you know, there's always an answer. Boom. So we cut it off, and we proceeded to market the property, got some offers, and we sold it. So Nancy has a cesspool. Nancy was extremely grateful. So she was awesome, and she left me a wonderful review. I want to read it and share it with you guys real quick. Robert has been the best realtor that 2 generations of my family has ever worked with. He was professional, responsive, knowledgeable, and kept the momentum going towards our ultimate goal of selling a house under challenging circumstances. We live out of state, so he served as our eyes and ears to bridge the gap to make the transaction possible. I recommend his services without hesitation. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Nancy. It was my absolute pleasure to service you and get this property off your family's back. We do this all the time. It's important whenever you're looking to hire a real estate agent, make sure that agent is comfortable with your particular scenario. I tell clients all the time, every client is unique. I need to ask you a lot of questions. I need to understand your situation. And the truth is, if it's something I'm really not comfortable with, I'm going to tell you the truth and tell you that. If there's something that comes out of that conversation that I just don't understand or I'm not totally familiar with, I'm going to tell you that too. And then I'm going to work to get the answer and research it. And then I'm going to get back to you. So everybody out there that's watching this, if you have a property to sell, you are unique. You are a unique individual. If you're going to buy a house too, actually, you still are a unique individual. Everybody deserves a very specific plan. So if we can ever help you, please feel free to reach out. Again, Robert Greenblatt, another episode of Real Estate Stories. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video, leave a comment below. Would love to help you. Thanks.